Now hold up, pause, booze. Why y'all listening and not subscribed yet? Go ahead, click that button. Don't have us over here giving all this good energy for you to disappear next week.
It's your girl, Ringo.
And LA Nice.
And this is
That
Quiet Storm.
Hey, boo.
Hey, girl. You ready? Yeah, girl.
Hey y'all, I'm gonna make up a word.
I told you we're gonna start calling niceisms. I like them. I like them too. They're fun.
It's gonna be shirts and everything.
Pretend.
What does that mean?
I love it.
Pretend.
I
That's
know
when you
exactly what-
pretend on a bougie
On a
level.
bougie level. You
That's
bougie
it.
and pretend.
You pretend.
Somebody in my life.
I get it. Manifest it.
That's gonna pretend.
That is our root chakra, I believe.
Yes.
Okay.
I love this.
Get in tune.
Yes.
Mm.
Listen, y'all was with us last week.
Yes.
We updated you a little bit. We talked about our New Year's. And in that, we have been doing behind the scenes work as we're supposed to.
Yeah.
And so we said this episode would be different.
Yeah. Today. Let's dive into the real core of the shit we keep talking about. Releasing, taking back and reclaiming and stepping into a new. But what does that look like? Let's talk about it.
I also think, though, we are getting to the root of things. And I think that's the difference. I think that it's so easy to talk about fixing stuff, but we're getting to the root of it, which has been really enlightening for me.
Very enlightening. Because I knew, so one of the topics we're going to talk about is attachment styles and conflict styles.
So this is new for me. I'm not even like front. I'm just learning about them like right today. Like today. Like a couple of hours ago, studying before we started
Yeah.
filming, still learning stuff. And it is quite interesting. I know that most of you feel like this is, whatever. Maybe you're watching because you're cool with us. Maybe you watching because you're supportive. Maybe you watching because you're interested. Maybe you watching because we look good. But either way, I was quite amazed at how much it described me. Like for real, on some real stuff. It'll describe you now.
It
You
will.
look up the attachment stuff. We can get into it. And let me just say this before we start. If you've noticed, we are giving you all a different visual today, of which these look, y'all. When I went to the eye doctor for my eye appointment
It's real.
2 years ago, I was 39 at the time, and she said, when you turn 40, your bifocal diminishes year by year. And I looked at her like she was absolutely crazy. Because who you talking to? Huh? It's true. So I've gotten to the point now where in the past couple of weeks, whoever wears glasses, let me see those real quick. These are LA Nice's glasses, y'all. Prescription.
Listen, okay?
I couldn't see. She was so kind to let me wear them.
Just do this.
No, I'm not going to be wearing them every episode. I'm going to keep pretending that I can see. But I can't. Just so you know. It's all right. Now,
I be blind too. I don't wear, those are my glasses. Did she not see that?
I mean, it's
My
like,
Dolce and Gabbana, they need some help, but they is mine, baby. I wear my glasses proud.
it's definitely more than reader's prescription, but it's not far from it.
Mine? No, it is not readers.
It's a little bit stronger than readers, just barely. It makes it like if it's here, it's making it
Just a little bit closer.
mine. My glasses on for you right here. Right here.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait. Oh, it's all right.
Yeah.
We here.
We here. All right. Let's consider this like school.
Okay. Because
maybe that's going to turn them away.
No, it's time to that might
turn everybody away. No one wants to volunteer to
listen.
Bad example.
Listen, because we are human too. We ain't out here faking this shit.
Yeah, well, we're not.
I did not
pretending.
realize
We're not pretending.
we're not pretending. Okay. I didn't realize I had a conflict style. Not only a conflict style, several. Baby.
Okay.
And I need to work on that.
You know what though? I did study up on my attachment style.
Okay.
I'm very alert and updated with that as of right now. I can't wait to get into it. I do not know my conflict style though.
You want to go on there real quick?
I do.
All right, let's see. Conflict styles. We have avoiding, which just basically means you shut down, you change the subject, there's some delays. You value peace over resolution. Like, I just want to keep the peace. It is what it is. Can we all tell which one I have? I'm going to avoid it because I choose my peace every single time. Do I feel bad about it? Not really. Let me be in my space. Okay. Then there's accommodating, putting others first, suppress your own needs. Healthy when you genuinely don't mind, unhealthy when resentment builds quietly. So I'm going to say I'm partially this, right? Because I genuinely don't mind. However, I really can suppress my own needs that puts me in a bad position.
I'm going to wait until you're done.
Okay.
And I'm going to say what I am.
There's 3 more.
Okay. Let's go.
So we got competing, needs to win, dominates conversation. Compromising is the 4th one. Meets in the middle. Each side gives something up. Collaborating, which is ideal, seeks win-win solutions, is curious, respectful, and honest. So I gave y'all 2. Can you identify as any or multiple?
And just give me the titles.
So avoiding, accommodating, competing, compromising, collaborating, and that's it. So collaborating, compromising, competing, accommodating, or avoiding.
100% accommodating.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but it ties into yours. It's definitely a correlation there because like you, my peace is very, or no, that's just it. I may be in complete turmoil.
Okay.
Now I'm at a place where my peace matters most to me. But I'd say up until this point, peace mattered most to me. So I'm going to bend over backwards to try to make sure you're at peace.
Yeah.
Doing anything, trying to meet your needs, trying to be overly accommodating so that you're at peace. Because there is a peace I do get knowing you're at peace. So then I would try to find my peace up under you being at peace, although I'm not there, which was a disservice to myself and also high in pretending. Completely pretending. So pretending I was okay.
So this is the thing too, because it says the difference of a healthy avoiding, which is choosing that peace over resolution. The healthy part is the issue minor? Like, is it a small thing? Or is it unhealthy where the patterns keep going, but they never get addressed?
Now, I'm not the one for patterns to be repetitive and they're not being addressed. That doesn't work for me.
Which we're going to pause here on these conflicts because then that goes into an attachment style. We talk about love languages a lot. Let's be honest. We talk about love languages a lot. We know what we want: quality time. We know we want physical touch. We know we want acts of service. We want gifts and appreciation, words of affirmation. We got that down. However, let's get into the real shit. Because not everything is P's and Q's in relationships. And if we being real, like we have been this entire time, we talked about what we went through. Let's talk about the depths of it. Okay?
Okay.
So the attachment styles, okay, there is 4. You got a secure attachment. Not going to get into it. You got an anxious, preoccupied attachment. Then we're going to go into avoidant, dismissive attachment. And then number 4, the fearful, avoidant attachment. Disorganized is what they call that one. So you got to disorganize.
They call the fearful, avoidant,
disorganized.
organized.
It makes sense. It makes sense. You know why? Because I dealt with a fearful, avoidant.
And what, according to
this,
what made him a fearful avoidant?
So the core belief is I want closeness, but it isn't safe.
Okay,
I'm not
so explain that.
So then the traits are a push and pull. Okay, so explain, like, there's traits. So there's a push and pull dynamic. Me and him have been on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off. 16 years plus.
Push and pull.
Push and pull dynamic. Okay. Intense connections followed by withdrawal. Like, these could be amazing. Like, spiritually connected, deep,
And then can just go dry. But
and
guess
then
what?
completely
That's push pull. That is push pull.
And then you got me, because I am a secure attachment. And have I had a moment of some of these? Maybe, but overall, I am still a secure attachment. So I was in it for so long because I think there was hope, right? But then also, I got used to the pull and the push.
What is a secure attachment?
Okay. So a secure attachment is basically saying I'm worthy and others are genuinely reliable. So I'm comfortable with closeness and independence. Because I love, baby, you got to go away for a little bit. Okay. I'll see you when you get back. I love you. Okay. I like that. But then when you're here, I'm up under you. You're mine. This is my babe. Like, I'm going to get my good quality time in. Like, it's all me, locked in. Then communicate my needs. I can sometimes see now where I'm stepping into that. Eventually I do. So I think that's where the fearfulness of what I can do. Because I adapted some of these. When you with somebody, you adapt certain things too.
It's very
Let's
true.
get real.
It's very true. Especially when you in love and all shook up, as the old people used to say, you definitely take on some of their qualities, even if they're not good ones.
And they also say that's when you start looking like each other. That's when they be like, oh, they definitely a couple. Like, certain things become, style become a little bit of a, okay, that's so and so and so and so. They coming through. It's just like even with us, the village. We gonna step a certain way, no matter what.
I don't think he and I have a style.
Who, you and brother?
Yeah, I don't think we have a style. If anything, maybe quirky.
Okay. Right. Eclectic. I love that. Y'all are both eclectic. That's a style.
Okay.
Yeah.
So keep going. So there's
Right.
yours is what's called?
I'm the secure attachment, comfortable with closeness and independence, communicate those needs, handles conflict without panic or shutdown.
What I read, and let me stop and interject here. I read that for your attachment style that you are saying you are, it is the goal attachment style. It says,
this is the goal state, not perfection, but regulation.
it says that it is the goal state. So it's basically saying, ideally, it is our goal to be in that secure attachment style.
It's healthy. It is healthy now. And that's why I say, again, I identify more now as a secure attachment than I did. Now, because I honestly have not gone through a lot. I have, and I'm like, no, not a lot. But what I can say is I do have that fearful avoidance sometimes because that's what I was in. You know what I mean? So I know how to pull away and be fine because I'm also able to be in my independence, which I thrive in already. I've been doing this. So, like, when you decide to also distance yourself, it makes it easier for me to move on.
I would be afraid to say I was a secure attachment style, considering the way it's defined here, because it almost sounds perfect.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, that is like the ideal person you want to deal with, speak with, argue with, be around. And it's difficult to be that perfectly.
I think it's because it's not chaotic. It's not like it's like constant peace because you really don't care. You know what I mean? Like, it's just literally just plain, just minimalistic.
But here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
You say that about you. I wonder what those who have dealt with you
Yeah.
would say.
So
Same
what would you
goes for
say?
me. Same goes for me.
Because guess what?
Well, let's keep going through them. So there's
Okay.
she told us about the secure attachment.
Secure.
She told us about the fearful avoidant, right?
Yep.
And then what are the
So
what are the
there's
other ones?
anxious, preoccupied attachment. So core belief, I might be abandoned. The traits are craves closeness and reassurance, overthinks tone, timing, silence, sensitive to distance. And then in conflict, you either pursue, press for answers, fear rejection, and you watch for people pleasing or emotional spirals. That is the definition. And that is parentheses preoccupied is what it has. Because you went in depth.
I did.
Yeah.
So 90% of those perfectly define what I have been. And I say that carefully because I am. Effie said, I am changing. That's what Effie said. I am changing. So a couple of those, but for the majority, yeah. And so I didn't understand the word that was attached to it, preoccupied. So I looked up what preoccupied meant in relation to anxious attachment styles. And it basically said, which also defined me, a hyper focus was the word that I made myself remember. Hyper focus on everything as far as that. So, in other words, if I'm in, let's go with a relationship and we're not okay, or I think we're not okay, or he's not okay, I am hyper focused on a resolve for that or some kind of information. Just letting it fizzle or sit around, that's disturbing to me. I am unsettled, so I'm hyper focused on that. It says it affects your work, your mood, and all that. Well, yes, because something ain't right here.
Okay.
And not having that peace, not having that understanding.
It's like,
Yeah,
what's going on?
What's going on? Because that I don't feel settled in that.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that was some kind of correlation to traumas of abandonment and things like that. I did not. I learned that today, but it makes sense.
Absolutely.
It makes sense.
I think anything that isn't a secure attachment. So, like I said, I identify with some of that fearful avoidance for my own traumas as well. But I think I learned quickly how to, okay, at a certain point by 23, we're letting this go. You know what I mean? Some things that I was fearful avoidant in, let it go. And then at 30, I was, so 7 years later, then 3 years later. So every time I identified quickly enough, I was like, all right, let that go. Because we all have trauma. If you went through something in your life, no matter how big, small it is, like trauma is trauma.
Okay.
So
I don't want to say anything yet.
Okay.
Okay, so we have 3. We have secure attachment style, fearful avoidant, anxious preoccupied.
And then avoidant attachment.
Oh, wait. So fearful avoidant is different from avoidant.
Yes. So avoidant is I can rely on myself. Fearful avoidant is saying like, I want this, but I don't
Maybe
know.
even I know I need your help.
Yeah, I know I
And
need
that's
you.
my
I want to be with you.
Got it.
I love us. I just can't trust it because somebody's going to fuck me over.
Got it. Versus avoiding it.
Versus avoidant, like, man, I don't need your ass.
Okay,
Like,
keep going.
okay. Values independence over intimacy, emotionally guarded, minimizes feelings. The conflict is withdrawals, shut down, avoids the conversation. And you want to watch for emotional distance disguised as being logical.
Say that one more time.
All right. So values independence over intimacy. That alone. You want to be by yourself. Okay. Have it, emotionally guarded, like walls up, minimize feelings. Gaslighting, say, okay. So in a conflict, you're having an argument with this person. They're going to withdraw from you. They're going to shut down. I don't want to talk about that. Like, the game is on. I'm going to play this. I'm going to go there. I'm going to do this.
Well, what I'm getting from that is all safety. So I find safety in myself, with myself. I'm not safe, or I don't feel as safe in intimacy, because intimacy is a vulnerable place. Everything else you said, all I kept hearing was safe, like safety. Like, it seems like that's somebody who really is guarded against any vulnerability, adding a second party, anything outside of themselves, because they probably have had a lot of people to fail them.
I understand that.
That's what I get from that.
I get that.
That's what I get.
100%, because even I can identify with the fact of, I don't want to jump into love so quickly, because who's to say you won't do exactly what I just went over? Okay? Been there, done it. So that's why I said I got to a secure attachment. I identify now as secure attachment. Okay? But I was having a conversation with our homegirl. She was like, I just like, what if you get hurt? What's the point? And I was like, but that's the chance.
Yeah.
That's a chance that you feel something.
Well, that's but like right, and that's the saying. Not that is the saying, but then the saying for that would be, those of us who feel like better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all. Okay, so look, y'all. I recently posted on TikTok a very ugly video. I was not pretty or cute, and I said it. And I was talking about, like, no, seriously though, what's the quickest way to relocate out of the country? Like, this can't be it.
I don't even know what's going on. I'm gonna be very honest. I'm so checked out.
An ICE agent.
Oh yes, I did hear about that. I lied.
But that was one of, I think, 3 of ICE shootings this week. It's like, I think 2 more followed that one. And then I saw something by mistake. I didn't mean to. I was just like a quick scroll or something today. And I saw someone caught footage, and you can see the footage is quite like unprofessional, like regular footage of an ICE agent at like this porta potty. And the woman was handcuffed and she was walking in the porta potty, and an ICE agent, he fell on ice before he went in, but went in the porta potty with her. And there was another agent sitting in the car. Because for what reason would that ever be acceptable?
That's why I don't watch the shit.
For what? And then it just made me like, man, like, look, like,
and I don't give a fuck what y'all say. I'm not watching this shit. I don't need.
We're a year into this. Let's call it what it is.
Let's call it what it is.
We have 3 more,
baby. That's why it's time for us to businesses get this shit together,
like,
so we can go. Cause it's time to go. Cause I need to get out of this.
If this is year 1, what are the other 3 years about to look like? 3 more years of this. I am concerned, and I have children, and I'm like, even for 2 or 3 years, you deserve a break. Like, we didn't go through this like this growing up. We had childhood. We weren't worried about school shoot. Listen, we're not gonna make this political right now, but I say all that to say there are those who have said, the idea of moving to another country for them is like, what? But in my mind, there's this big wide world. It would be just so disappointing to be stuck, not experiencing it, not experiencing something new that may be absolutely wonderful for me. Moving to Texas was one of the best decisions I ever made. And had I been in fear, had I been in doubt, had I been in all these conditions that could have really been around based on what other people were saying, I would have never experienced it.
Right.
So I'm willing to take big risks to discover new things that are good for me, adventures that I would have never gone on, and healthy moves that I made. Because guess what? That person you might take a chance on might not break your heart. It might work.
Let them walls down.
I let them down.
Because the reality is we don't know. Stop. This goes into the control part. And I was having an epiphany. And it was like, girl, you can only control you. And it's always been like, I've always
and
had
that is
that is the most important part for you to ever say is what you can control is only you.
Not your kids, not your spouse, you can only control you.
Not what they think, not what they say, not what they do. You got expectations and standards, but baby, they're going to fail you at that. That is life. So why are we putting such a hard wall on relationships when it's just like, go do it?
And something, I got to a place where I started feeling like it's probably really a jerk mentality, but it works for me.
Okay.
You know how we all say so deeply, I regret nothing because that was a chapter. That's true. Well, that's true to some degree. But in retrospect, the years we did have that were good, whoever you were, or the times, whether it was a month or many years, thank you for filling up that space because I couldn't have been alone during that time.
Very true. Very true. But I think it's good because you wouldn't learn the lessons. It's kind of what we were having that conversation with brother, and we talked about you learn the depths of your healing through your relationship. It's why I said on the last episode, you have become such in a happy place, not because of you not putting in your work, but be able to identify wanting to see better in your partner is where you learn those relationships. Or no matter what, you either see the ugly in you or your partner is going to point out what you need to work on.
Now,
that is what growth looks like.
If you all have that kind of healthy relationship. Ooh. And let me say this as a sidebar. When she's talking about brother, she's talking about that. Yeah, I didn't know.
Oh, I know. That might be a first. We're going to call it what it is because that's what I call them. Okay.
Men.
Listen.
By the way. But
she gonna call him my brother.
So my me. And yes, I'm my man every episode if I must, because Rihanna said it this week. She was like, laughing about Clarissa Shields because she's always talking about her man and maybe joking her and Pat, whatever. And Rihanna was like, yeah, me too. And I'm like, me three.
Okay. Now, when you in that good shit, I can't.
Yeah.
Like, baby.
Good job.
I'm not even going, because I'm going to keep it cute too with us. And I'm.
No, but
she's something new about her.
I can't wait. Hey, y'all know she been having like no low-key dates. You thought I wasn't going to talk to
No, she was.
I wasn't going to be phony to y'all. I had a plan on. I said, I don't know what you come to do, but I'm going to tell y'all. Okay? And he's fine, y'all. Fine.
Mm-hmm. The speed dating I never did.
He's foreigner. Mm-hmm. And he is, he's a working man.
Yeah.
And I met him. Listen, so here's the thing with me. And we had this experience with another guy who she met. I liked him too, though. You've been getting some good ones. I liked him too.
And they all never wasn't from here or anything like that.
No. He wasn't from here either. And so I'm very spicy, obviously, and it doesn't end. I'm spicy everywhere with my mother, my children, my man, my girls, new people. It's just who I am. At work. I'm just, but in a friendly way, y'all. I'm not popping off every 3 seconds. That's not what I mean. But any guy who gives bark back to me,
Yeah.
those are the ones I like. The guys who are too nice and just laugh at me and she's a New Yorker. You gotta have a little heart. So guys who are too sweet,
But then you know what? They're matching my energy too.
I love it. So he had a little bit of bark back. Like, I like that. Like, I like that.
I'm gonna say one thing.
I like
I don't want to say love, but
I thought you was gonna say don't like. I was gonna say don't start.
No. One thing that I do love, but don't misinterpret that because
You don't love him. We get it.
okay.
We get it.
So he is very intellectual. And what did we say on our last episode?
Sapiosexual.
I am a full-blown sapiosexual baby.
And
And I even told him that. I said, you really like intrigue my intellect. Like it makes me wanna, and I love it.
You did, girl.
Yeah,
You told him that? And what did he say?
Focus.
I'm focused. Focus. What did he say?
He didn't say anything. He was like, oh, okay. He was intrigued.
Girl, now he could be in a dictionary site.
That's it.
Looking at big words.
Look, listen, it's new.
It is new. And I'm just keeping y'all updated because she's not gonna do it. And I think he's waiting for us to wrap up taping today because
I can't.
He's taking her to sushi or something, someplace he already had pre-planned. I love this for her. I love this for me. I can't wait to get all the tea. You're not giving me the tea as I would want it, though.
Casual.
I have to ask questions, and I'm not really particularly fond of that.
It's casual. We're taking it at an even keel.
I need his number so I can be in a three-way. I need to be on the line. I won't say nothing. No, I won't say nothing. Y'all can forget I'm there, but I can find out more because it's too quiet over here for me.
You know.
Have y'all talked all week?
Anyway, so we got to get into these attachment styles.
There are a lot of secrets lately.
I don't know. Whatever could you mean? So you're a fearful avoidant?
No, I'm not a fearful avoidant. I'm addressing that right here on this show.
It's all right.
Securely.
It's okay. We got to keep the village safe. You know, we got to work on our trust.
How will you keeping stuff from me? See,
the trust must have been
broken. Pull. It's not working. It's not working.
Just saying. It's a boundary.
Now, does she not bring up my relationship every episode? But now it's a boundary.
It's a boundary.
Boundary.
You make it known. I don't ever bring it up. I just was like, well, all right, if you want to talk about it, I'll go there.
All right, whatever. We're gonna get back to this, and I'm gonna keep y'all updated. Don't worry.
Do the work is what I'm trying to say. Okay. So that you can be ready and know what to look for and have those boundaries. So for me to become a secure attachment I was able to know and identify what my boundaries were. Where it went wrong was when I returned into the relationship, the part of me that was still holding on or still shrinking myself was to accommodate his needs, even down to the last one. Because I was like, let's do this test. I even asked him, I was like, go ahead and do this test and like, let me know what your results are.
And what was the test?
It was an attachment style test. So look it up. Google, I don't care what it is. Like
that's a good challenge for them.
Yes. This month is full of challenges.
To Google attachment style tests.
Do a test
and see what it says.
Look at what they mean. Pause, rewind, write this shit down.
But you gotta be okay. Yeah. The reason why I said do the test instead of just looking it up.
Right.
We are in a place of I am in a place of full transparency within. And so, no, I'm joking. We're in a place of transparency within.
Yes.
And so we're able to say, yeah, that's me. So if you feel like you got to be honest with yourself, if you don't think you're going to be honest with yourself, don't look it up because you are a whole fearful avoidant probably and going to say, I'm totally secure. Yeah, that's the goal.
Yeah.
but you might not be that. So
but that's part of manifesting. I will put that out there. Still do the work.
Here's
That
the
is
thing
part
with
of
that
manifesting.
manifesting thing, though.
Speak it. Affirm yourself. What do you call affirmations?
Hold on, though.
Uh-huh.
I do think we need to put some kind of boundary maybe on this manifestation thing. Because I do think, manifesting is, we talked about this though. Manifesting is great. It's imperative. It is healthy. I suggest it. I've seen the benefits of it. We preach it. But it cannot negate reality or logic or
Of course.
or what you really, because I feel like let's not keep manifesting. I'm not an alcoholic. I'm not an alcoholic. I'm not an alcoholic. And you just have zero effort, even not intention. We're passing, you have zero effort into trying to not be an alcoholic.
So manifestation is more of an awareness. So if you are just saying it, that's not being aware.
Right.
When you are aware of the manifestation, you understand it, you see it, you believe it, you start doing it. It's a whole process. So don't manifest half-assed, because guess what you're going to receive? Half-assed. You sit there and look at yourself and say, I am beautiful. But then you're like, oh, look at how she look. I don't really feel comfortable in that. Let me put on this perspective. Who are you doing that for?
Yeah.
Know who the you are. Why am I blooping myself out? Know who the fuck you are. Remember who you are. The fuck? Okay? Don't care. Don't care, because that's where I am. And the crazy part, one of my epiphanies, I had several epiphanies this week.
Okay.
Epiphany.
Okay. Epiphany.
I was the girl that I'm becoming back in 2023. I never saw her the way I wanted to.
Okay, I had to think about that. You were the girl then.
I was
that
so
you're
free.
becoming now.
I was getting over depression. I was getting out of that relationship.
So what changed?
Getting out of it. Finding my independence. One thing about me is whenever I rekindle with whomever, I'm always going to elevate to another level than you have ever seen. Because that's my go time. I thrive in independence, which is my secure stuff. You see how it every time I would go through a trauma, fearful avoidant with being in the relationship to overcoming that, I'm instantly in my secure attachment, knowing who I was. Don't give a fuck. I already knew that I was going to have certain struggles and shit, but at the same time, I didn't care. I was living. What do I preach every single time? Your goal is to live abundantly so. That is what God wants for us. Fuck all these bills going to get paid. God got you. So it's that's where your spirituality is tested.
Yeah.
You're going to keep questioning him, but yet this entire time he has had you.
Yeah.
Got you. What you said he wearing, but you want to preach the word. Come on.
Yeah, there's something with, okay, do you feel, let me not say that, I'm going to ask you.
Okay.
Do you feel as you're getting older, your tolerance for that negative thinking, low thinking, not being accountable is lower? Because I definitely feel that way.
I feel like
Because it's like, we got to,
yeah.
what are we doing?
As I get older, I do feel that way. However, the more aware I am, because there are some people, let's be real, who are older than you are not in the same mindset.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So it's you have the wisdom, you choose not to use it.
Well, I think that's the key. I feel like if you are aging, let's say biologically,
right,
but not mentally or even spiritually, that to me is scary. That is scary.
But guess what? All of these anxious attachment, not knowing, fearful avoidant, oh, I know I belong there. I know that's what I'm supposed to have. But nah, that don't feel right because last time I got fucked over. We carry these attachment styles in everything we do, ironically. It's not just the partnership, the romantic relationship, the friendship, the girl. It's none of that. Or it's not just solely on that. That's been my biggest thing. Like,
Yeah.
you carry this shit out into the world in everything you do. I find all of this within everything. Everything. How we show up to work, how we show up to what we want to do, where we want to grow, what we want to do with our businesses.
I could see that.
Attachment style. Look
I
it
can
up.
see that.
What you gonna do?
I can see that.
My message has really been like, let's talk about it. Let's really dive into it. Let's see what they look like, you know?
Okay, so I don't know if you've researched this or if you know it, since he's the one who has been really heavy into this
Yeah.
and really doing the research. I am more new to it and learning still. Let's say someone discovers this is not my story. I am not an avoidant.
Okay.
Almost in no way. Like, that's not my testimony. But let's say someone is an avoidant. I'm using that one because that seems to be one of the thicker ones to me. And say they say, okay, I realize I identify with that style.
Okay.
What would you say to them to help them to come out of that and to get to a secure attachment style, since that is the goal per this? Because think about it. Here's the thing. This is what I'm feeling like more lately. The good thing is that we are getting to the root of things. But when you think of a tree, or when I think of a tree, we call it a root singularly, but to see like not a diagram, to see a picture of a tree or to think of the picture of the tree, there are so many roots. So many. It's so many.
Yeah.
So what I feel like is, and I felt this way lately, where I'm like, my God, I mean, it's always something else. It's always, you figure out your love language. You figure out your partner's love language. Now once you figure out your attachment style, then you figure out your conflict style.
Yeah.
And it can become a little bit like,
This is a lot.
this is a lot.
Hold on.
This is a lot.
Yeah.
It's not healthy, but it's a lot.
It is healthy, but I think it's also pace yourself. It's not a timing thing. But if you're not moving, it's the story you told me. Running the race. Are we running this race together? Or are you back there and I'm like up here?
Yeah.
Same thing with the elevator. I pushed a button. I'm trying to get to the penthouse suite. And you want to get off at level 20? We right here. What are you doing? What are you doing? So it really is, how hungry are you to really feel like you're worthy of living the life that was granted? Or like,
okay, so would you settle? If your person, you meet a guy, you meet a new person, we're not going to talk about Mr. New. We need to give him a name so I can keep you all updated. Maybe we'll call him Mr. New.
Mr. New. I like that.
Mr. New.
There's your name.
But we're not talking about Mr. New right now because, we still testing the waters and that. But say you meet someone else.
Okay.
He's amazing. He's fantastic. Blah, blah, blah. But you've noticed that his attachment style might be one of the other ones.
Okay.
We know that the secure one, according to this, is the goal. Anything under that is not the goal. So it's any of the other ones.
Right.
But so many other things are amazing. What would you do?
Oh, man. So I would kind of do the same thing I did the last go round. I would want to take the test or just ask in general.
Okay.
Communication is a big thing for me. Gotta communicate. So, like, are you aware of this? Like, what do you do when you are in a conflict with your friends or your parents or your past relationships? What did that look like? What did you learn from that? Because accountability, it goes into what I need or what I look forward to. What is my foundation to make sure I stay in my security, to make sure I am still within my boundaries, my expectations, my standards, my rules, whatever. For me is, one thing I talked about the other day is I'm not going to meet my person at my level that I'm going to. I'm going to work with my partner as I go.
You're willing to do that?
I'm willing to do that. The difference is,
I love that
are
you're
you
honest about that.
Yeah, I am, because
I love that.
if you're not working towards anything, like that's like me shutting me down. What? I know what my mind is. I know what I'm capable of. I know where I'm going. Just I'm not doing nothing about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And my goal is I don't want to gatekeep. I'm not. I want us all to win, for real, for real. So part of me saying or sharing whatever it is, like with my partner or y'all, that's where I'm going.
So what is your absolutely not when it comes to this? Are you tainted by the fearful avoiding?
No, no, okay. I'm not tainted, because if you're aware of it is what matters.
Mm-hmm.
Because what are you doing? Because now I'm curious. What's making it work for you to be willing and ready to be in the relationship where I am explaining in full clarity what I want? My intention is this.
I will say I have learned, or I'm learning, that there is something rather joyful. I can't think of no other word that I'm finding in watching. I'm not even just say him. I'm gonna say even here, even with our group, even with my kids, watching growth,
Okay.
experiencing it with you. It's
Yeah.
something with that. I think maybe because of the trust issues, I trust that because I'm seeing it.
Yeah.
Versus we can present anything we want to present. I can present to you that I have it all together, that I have a doctorate degree, and da, 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 da. But you seeing me and going through it with you, there's a
Yeah.
trust there. I saw it happen. So I do see something in there I like for me.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. So it's all about working towards the common goal at the end of the day.
Yeah.
That's when you start looking into chemistry,
Mhm.
compatibility. Unfortunately,
If you have a common goal.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you have the same vision? Do you
Yeah.
have the same plan? Like, of course, do you involve God into it?
Mhm.
Like for me, because that may not be your thing, but for me it is. For you it is. Like,
Oh, absolutely.
most of my circle.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, like, is it aligned? Is it
Mhm.
easy? Can we have the real conversations, but then still be able to hear each other, still listen to each other,
Mhm.
still come to a common goal? Because I don't think that it's a negative notation when I talk about these conflict stuff, because some things I feel like are necessary, but it's how you do it, how we broke it down earlier, healthily,
Yeah.
or are we going to be toxic about it?
I think not I think where I am and I experience this now, and you know that we're huge. We converse.
Yeah.
They laughed at us. A couple people been like, "Oh my God, y'all just talk so much." 'Cause we get to talking and we can talk for hours.
Yeah.
But that's important to me, to be able to dig into your mind. You can dig into my mind. We can have mental talk,
Yep.
like you said.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine going back to we can't communicate. It doesn't have to be excessive.
Yeah.
Like everybody's not going to do what we do, and you may not even want to. We just are those people. But if we can't, like you said, I can't even tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, especially for instance, you've done this research, so now you're aware of the different styles. So imagine you couldn't tell him, I think your attachment style is this or your conflict style is this, and he gets all up in arms. You would hate that. Because you'd be like, I've researched it though.
But let me show you.
And then God forbid if you'd be like, I don't even want to see.
Yeah,
not gonna
but
work out.
I guess that's for me. I would realize if you do that, you're not aligned with me, because you're
avoiding
not
at that point.
exactly. You're
Yeah.
avoiding. You're just. I don't need it.
Yeah.
I'm good. Thank you so much for allowing me to learn what I needed to learn from this. But
Yeah.
I wish you the best. I have no ill feelings.
I do like learning about, because initially I too was like, okay, all right. But then I do like that it's in it teaching me about me, is teaching me the ways I need not to be so much like that.
Yeah.
But it's also teaching me the whys. And that is digging into them roots for me. Like, oh, at one point it even says, because, okay. So when it talked about if you guys didn't see. What is it?
The preoccupied or
anxious?
Oh,
Anxious, preoccupied
Okay.
is definitely identifiable to me. You see how I worded that? I wasn't going to say it's me because I'm trying to speak better. And like she said, I think last episode, I've been on that for a while.
Yeah.
But I'm trying not to say. So I'm going to say the one that more closely resembles what has been my style is the anxious, preoccupied in almost every way.
Mm-hmm.
And then somewhere in there, it talks about abandonment. So I told her when we were coming to the studio, I said, I don't really quite identify with abandonment as easily. I totally, it was so far from what I thought was me. I was like, nah, I don't have issues with abandonment. That's not my thing.
Mm-hmm.
And she broke it down to even when I had the situation with my uncle and all these, and just different, abandonment doesn't always look like you left right. And she was showing different ways how abandonment can be. And I was like, my God.
Yeah.
I think I said, my God. Oh, okay.
It's always a bigger picture.
Right. So if you find out, I promise you, it will be entertaining to you. Yeah. Sounds like gibberish right now. You will find out a lot about yourself.
Tune in.
Tune in.
Literally, tune in to yourself. I know.
You're trying to grow.
For real. But you know what? I'm on that who we're meant for. Well, listen.
Yes.
If you've been rocking with us this entire time, like,
we appreciate
you because you understand what the next level is, especially at the hedge. Is that the right word? I don't know.
I'm with it.
I'm going to go with it.
I'm with it.
2026, because we are not where we used to be.
No, we're not.
We can't be. Because what is that serving us?
We refuse to be it. Yeah, we refuse to be who we were.
So if you're not doing the work, honey, look, you either gather yourself and get on this train.
Yeah. She said it earlier. She said,
that train.
My analogy I was talking to someone about was the race. I say, she might be running in the race. I might be sprinting. She might be jogging. He might be walking. She might be speed walking, but we are all going to the same place, maybe different paces.
Yeah.
But if you are standing at the start, even if you're saying, I realize I need to start, and you have not started, you're not in the race with us. So, as she said, the train is leaving.
Yeah.
The train is left the station. You either got on, you knew what time to be there, you knew what to bring.
Yeah.
You either got on or you didn't. Or like you said, the elevator. You know where we're stopping. You know the goal. Yeah.
What you gonna do? It's up to you. Because what did I say earlier? You can only control yourself. You can't control anybody.
That's right.
And when you identify that, you walk away freely.
We would like to control other people. All of my Virgos. Specifically. Because we want to know what you're thinking, and we try to get there. But we can't, Virgos. I've learned that.
That goes in the narcissist.
We can't. Are you calling me a narcissist?
No, I'm giving an example. Nobody. Well, yes, like,
I'll take a cocky here and there, but don't call me narcissist.
No. But they identify narcissists as controlling. That's like usually the first indicator of a narcissist. I have had control as well.
I don't think all control is narcissism.
No.
Because a lot of it could be fear.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of mine. You know that though. I fear what I can't control, not in a narcissistic way. Because to me, narcissism means I am better than, I am greater than.
Yeah.
Only my opinion matters. My thoughts are most important. My emotions, it's all about you. It all comes back to you. That's not my control. My control has been, watching my words, my control in the past has been, this is out of my control. I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Because I have to, when it's out of my control, I have to trust the control of somebody or someone else. And that scares me or scared me. But yeah. But we're relinquishing that too.
So continue to write your stuff down. Even Service Today had a challenge for you to write down your fears. Put a word to it. What are you afraid of? Don't just say, I'm afraid, or I fear this. Be specific. I fear that I'm quote unquote inadequate. I quote unquote, because I also am very careful with my words because I'm fully equipped.
Okay.
I fear that I am, quote unquote, not eloquent when I come across and talk, quote unquote, because I am. That's affirming yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So it's up to you 100% on how you want to control it.
Yeah.
Yourself.
Because that is a thing we can control. And like you said, cannot control other people.
No.
We cannot control other things in so many ways. Like, what happens with this, our jobs, or even our children, the paths they take. But we can control ourselves.
Absolutely.
And that has been the thing. And you know what? Honestly, something just clicked. That's the whole thing. If we really try to worry about controlling ourselves and the decisions we make, the reactions we have,
Yeah.
and we feel ourselves on what we just learned, we don't have the capacity to try to control other people.
And I'm going to say this too. On top of that, everything is a domino effect. When you fix one thing, you won't have to worry about even all of this. Like, you get what I'm saying?
I definitely can see that.
Because you are healing. That's why I said it's so easy to identify with a secure attachment, because I don't have to deal with the fearful avoidant anymore. I don't have to deal with the attachment or, whoever, whatever the labels were.
Yeah.
I don't have to identify as that person anymore because I relinquished that. I released it. I'm good. I'm not that person.
Right.
And that's why it's so important that you really tell yourself when you notice certain patterns, certain behaviors that you're doing, and you stop yourself and be like, I don't know, that ain't me. It's like what I do with my girls. Wait, I'm irritable.
Yeah.
I just got off work and I'm trying to do this and this, and I did not sit down. So I do apologize. I didn't come across this way.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm so obsessed with what you said last episode. These are not my thoughts.
Yeah.
That is something I've actually stolen. Like, where is this coming from?
Yeah.
Really, truly. Oh, that was something I've read, and I'm glad I just remembered it. He has said this to me so many times. And then I think because I am who I am now, and he hasn't had to say it more recently, but because of who I am now and because of reading it, I was like, it said something along the lines of choose facts over feelings. That is something that is a huge change in my life that I've needed to make, that I'm learning to make, and that I know makes a difference in making facts over feelings. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Because feelings will lead me astray, child.
You got to.
Woo, feelings will have me conjure up all kinds of things.
It's the estrogen.
Girl. Versus the fact is,
this. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's the reality world,
the reality.
or the
logic.
the
Like
logic.
you said, that logic. Yeah.
Because we both are very logical. I am a file cabinet. She's like a data source. Legit.
We are an office building in ourselves.
So imagine the dynamic together. That's why
That
we
tickles
do this.
me. That's perfectly describing us.
Office building.
Office building. Yes, I love that. I love that.
Man.
But in that, and that's why we are computing data, putting it away, keeping it secure, right? But I like that though, and I'm going to do for real more research on that this week.
Yeah.
Now, he watches our episodes. I force him to. I'm not gonna sit here and
Thank you,
lie to y'all. I force him to. I do everything short of make my family sit down. Shut up. Sit down. Keep still. Brush it. Don't talk. Don't move. Don't sweep. Make them support us.
But please do.
But he's also a very, 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 very vocal person. And he's been saying, he's really enjoying him or whatever. I am going to ask him to do the test.
Okay.
Don't wish me.
I want to know. You got to come back. Okay.
We gonna come
because I think we just touched on the gist of it. We didn't even get into the complex styles. I did mention them. Rewind back, listen to it, but we didn't even get into that. And I identify with at least 3. Okay.
Okay.
Out of 5.
All right.
Gave y'all some. But anyway, so we'll be back. Take care, y'all.
All right, bye, y'all. Take care. Take the test. Okay, so we just finished filming, and this is the post-film update. Mr. New has actually picked out a place for tonight.
So our girl LA Nice is going on a date tonight with Mr. New. She keep playing it's like she not excited. I don't know how to feel about that.
Look, attachment styles, okay? What is it? No, I think that to answer one of the questions we talked about why people are certain attachment styles and what the fear is of getting into a relationship or why people are like walls up, is that giddy feeling is like so brand new, but then you also remember what it was. And so sometimes you're like, it was so good in the beginning, but then what is it that I'm not gonna? So you're creating an anxious attachment, and it's like, why are you questioning what hasn't even? And guess what? He's not any of them.
If you could be any meal, what meal would you be?